21 Willits Frontier Days 4th of July Parade. My name is Tanya Musgrave.
And I'm Gordon Lapham.
And we're here to share with all of you this year's parade entries and winners. He's a country music singer, former contract under Junction Records' legendary Kitty Wells label, and he attends sporting events, graduations, and rodeos to sing our national anthem. Today, Stephen Daniel Hayes is singing for us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly strewn, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner can't wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Driving today with Semper CHP mascot.
Officer Ramsey has been with the force for 20 years and serves in Mendocino County for the past 15 years. Captain Charles Leonard is our local commander of the Mendocino Division of the CHP.
Up next are the Willits City Council. Here comes our Mayor, Madge Strong, Vice Mayor Sabrina Rodriguez, council members Greta Connie, Larry Stransky, and Jerry Gonzalez. Sabrina and Jerry are in the back of the truck. Council members serve a 4-year term through public elections. And now we have our Grand Marshal.
Chris Baldo moved to Willits in 1976, where he started Willits Redwood Company with his business partner Bruce Burton. He was a volunteer fireman at Little Lake Fire Department for over 26 years, where he served as a captain as well as association president for several years. In the 80s, he coached youth soccer. Instead of coaching the same age group every year, he enjoyed following the same group of kids as they progressed in age and skill. In 1982, he was one of the founding members of the Roots of Motive Power. It began a loosely organized group of friends in the timber industry who shared the love of local history and antique machinery that shaped it. He's still an active member today of the Roots and has grown into a major attraction in Willits. He's written several articles for the Roots newsletter.
Up next, we have a 1924 Mac AC Kelly Springboat with Chris Baldo. Ridgewood Ranch Seabiscuit 1948 Diamond T. Willits Frontier Days is proud to name Rod Kavanaugh as the 2021 Heritage Award winner. Rod was selected for the Heritage Award this year because of his countless years of service. He's been part of Frontier Days rodeo and events for almost 30 years. Rod is a born native to Willits and still lives in the house he was brought home from the hospital into Helen and Charles Kavanaugh in 1961. He just celebrated his 60th birthday. Happy birthday, Rod. Rod's the fleet manager for CAL FIRE these days. Our top hand, Bruce Cartwright, has been a volunteer with Willits Frontier Days for several years and has signed up to be one of the club's board of directors members for the past few years as well. If the gates of the grounds are open, you can usually find him working around the yard, weed eating or building something, or organizing. No project too big or small for Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. Our board of directors, here we have, who is that? Marcy Berry, Fred Berry on that tractor with a saddle on the front of it. Marcy, you should be riding on that saddle. Our board of directors for Willits Frontier Days is Tyler Jayden, Earl Remboth, Jeff Cook, Matt Harbour, Karen Kavanaugh, Lee Persico, Alexis England, Deanna Rutledge, Bruce Cartwright, Haley Riley, and Rick Crowder.
Can't stay down there too long.
Yeah, okay.
That's some trick roping, friends. I think I see coming up next some sweethearts. Claire Case Brackett is the 2021 Willits Frontier Days Sweetheart. Claire raised over $96,000. Our past sweethearts, Joan Doak, passed on her crown to Claire last weekend. We're thankful for Jayden's reign as the 2020 Frontier Days Sweetheart.
Past sweethearts include Brianna King, who is the committee chair of the Junior Rodeo, Ashton Bloomquist, who committee chair of the Hometown Celebration, Tina Holguin Scholl, Kathy Persico Graves, and Nicole Persico Kuka helped the chair of the Sweetheart Contest. Dina Pinion Parker, who judged the horse show, Mary Garrity Fonson, who you will see later in the parade with her kids, Maddie Pinion Owen, who is the committee chair. You will also see in the parade.
Folks, along with the walking honor guards who carry the flag, the first mounted flag in the parade is the only other flag you need to stand and salute. Please stand and lower your hats for the American flag as our Persico color guard rides by today. Riding today is Lee Persico, Chuck Persico, Ashley Persico, Lee's granddaughter, Cadence Lopez, Lee's great-granddaughter, and Nicole Kunka, Chuck's daughter. The Persico Color Guard has been part of the Willits Frontier Days since 1926, the very first parade. Lee was born in 1936, Chuck was born in 1944, and both have never missed a single parade. Their dad, Dink Persico and Florence Persico, carried the flag originally, and the first generation Persico was the past president of Willits Frontier Days. Did you know, Jordan, that they were professional trick riders? And Lee, at 2 years old, was the earliest, youngest known trick rider and featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I'm not aware of that. Now I am. Thanks, Tanya.
Nicole is also a past sweetheart from 1988. Ashley ran for sweetheart in 2013. Ashley has a strong fondness for all animals and works at our local veterinarian as a vet tech. Thank you, Persico Color Guard, for continuing the traditions of the Willits Frontier Days for the community. Passing the announcer booth right now is Alina Arkillian, Lisa Arkillian, and Hazel Cook. They won first Plain Western. And right before them, entry number 120, the Turquoise and Red Riders, had first place Future Horse and first match pair Horse Rider. Entry 124, Trinity Frudenberg, Laytonville Junior Sweetheart, won first place for first match pair. She's 9-year-old cowgirl from Willits. She would like to invite everyone to the 2-day junior rodeo August 28th and 29th. 126, Lily Glass. Lily got second place for match pair and is running for the 2021 Junior Sweetheart for Laytonville Junior Rodeo. She is a 10-year-old cowgirl from Willits, and she loves spending her time riding her horse Peanuts, traveling for rodeos and making new friends. She's going to be walking around with tickets later, folks, so she would like to invite you to participate in the Junior Rodeo coming up in August. Entry 27, Willits Horsemen's Association, first place in the Mounted Color Guard. Some of our riders today: Mary Fonson, Mike Fonson, Brady Fonson, Sarah Fonson, Tracy Glenser, Cindy Mihalik, Brandy Miner, Courtney Glass, Summer Glass. This is a combined entry for Willits Horsemen and Willits Junior Horsemen. They were incorporated in 1947, and their president, Mike Rogers. They've got an annual fundraiser the first Sunday in June with a barbecue, and they invite you all to join them next year. Oh, I hear a float coming.
It looks pretty patriotic. Let's make some noise. The Willits Rotary Club has been helping our community for over 70 years. Rotary welcomes new members who want to make a difference and be a bigger part of the Willits community. Rotary thanks Sparetime Supply for their truck and the Basics for providing live music. Grab your partner and shake a tail.
John Haschak, our 3rd District Supervisor and retired teacher from Willits Unified School District. John says he believes we have many strengths to face the daunting challenges ahead, and as a public school teacher for 28 years, he knows what we're doing well, he knows what we need to fix, and he always can see what can be done better. Willits' very own Michelle Hutchins, County Superintendent of Schools. Michelle thanks the community for everything done to support children through the pandemic. She wants to remind everyone as school resumes this August that children be out of practice at bus stops. Please stop in both directions when the school bus's red lights flash. Driving with Michelle is her husband, Jim Devine, and her children, Bree and Logan. Happy 4th of July.
Up next we have 131, the Willits Kids Club. In 1999, a group of Willits parents and teachers gathered to meet and discuss horrifying incidents of youth violence that had taken place at Columbine High School in April of that year. At several community meetings, parents discussed how youth violence could be prevented by providing a higher level of guidance and expanded recreational opportunity to the youth. In 2000, after a shocking episode of youth violence in Willits, steps were taken by concerned community members, and in March of that year, the Willits Kids Club was incorporated. The Willits Kids Club now serves nearly 250 children per day. Thank you, Willits Kids Club. We've got 132, we've got the Sherwood Valley Casino. Let's put our hands together. You could win this Sunday, July 25th at the Sherwood Valley Casino.
Contact the Players Club for more details. A shout out right now to Caldwell Baker, one of our parade sponsors this year. Their theme was Guiding You Home, which fits so nicely with our parade theme this year. There's no place like home. Caldwell Baker is locally owned and operated. Tara Marati is the recent new owner for the past year with 20 agents ready to serve the Ukiah and Willits community. Thank you, Caldwell Baker, for sponsoring this parade. Sparetime Supply got first place in theme float.
Mike Briggs Sr. and his family have been a part of Willits community for over 40 years, starting as a small family business out of their garage to sell supplies you would need in your spare time. Sparetime Supply Incorporated has grown into a national garden supply distribution company with multiple distribution locations as well as a garden center locally. The Sparetime Supply leadership, Mike Briggs Sr., Andrew Hosford, and Jamie Wilkes strive to continue and keep the heart of the business in the community they love. Sparetime Supply is proud to be a sponsor of this year's Frontier Days event. We hope you have a wonderful and safe holiday from Sparetime Supply.
Adventist Howard Memorial is a critical care hospital that offers specialty and primary care services to the community. Another one of our parade sponsors, and it was built from the generosity of our community with proceeds from the original Frontier Days support. Today, Adventist Health is proud to sponsor the Willits Frontier Days and Willits community. And up next, I'm a little partial to this float.
I am too.
Family Tree is another one of our parade and Frontier Day sponsors and celebrates 32 years in business. Jordan and I are your parade announcers, and we are proud to be Family Tree employees.
We are just a small part of 150 employees that supports the local community as well as Northern California regional area for utility line clearance.
Family Tree is proud to be one of Mendocino County's top 10 employers with an attractive benefit package, and it seems that as we continue to grow, we are always hiring. Driving in the truck today, Matt Miner, truck 125, Family Tree's logo. There's no place like home. Protect your home with Family Tree Resource. And on the back of the float, we have our president and owner, and my husband, Greg Musgrave, as the Tin Man.
I don't think Matt's driving that truck. I think his son is, so you may want to hold on tight. We've got this little Danger Ranger here with a good-looking gal in the front seat. I call my wife. In the future, a Family Tree sitting on the trailer. Good-looking group.
Don't forget Family Tree Resource, your premier for tree trimming contractions and residential work too. There's no place like home. On the Family Tree float,
Truck
129.
We've got some of our Sonoma crew. We've got Uriel from our Sonoma crew supporting the Willits Frontier Days Parade. Thank you, Uriel.
In the little Toyota truck, we have Rob Cantrell and his wife, our equipment manager, one of them. Truck 59, who's driving 59? Oh, I see Spencer Musgrave, Maverick Musgrave, Sloan Musgrave. Is Miranda in there? Hi, Miranda. Truck 144. We call that a squirt boom, folks.
We've got Ivan Olea driving the squirt boom. Thank you, Ivan. I've never seen a truck so clean.
And truck 164, we call this our roll-off truck. All right, Equipment Manager, Michael Ruiz. Truck 169, I think, is that the 100-foot boom, Jordan? That truck goes 100 feet in the air, folks. Driven today by a Sonoma crew.
By Octavio.
And following family tree is the Pinon family, who won second place in the theme float. Annette's family has called Willits their home since their grandfather moved to Willits in the 1920s. He was one of the first people who helped organize Willits Frontier Days 95 years ago. Her grandchildren, Charlie Pinon, Eva Pinon, Alexander Pinon, Caroline Pinon, and Danny Owen represent 5 generations of family calling Willits their home. Driving today is Denny Pinon.
That's one of my favorite floats so far.
Annette is in the back of the float with her husband, Dan, and their children are all on the float as well. There were just grandchildren in the back. Thank you, Annette, for everything you've done. Danny Lewis in this 1967 Camaro. Oh, not Danny Lewis, Garrett Lewis. Hi, Garrett and his family. That Bronco that just passed, that's a 1966 Bronco driven by Danny Lewis. It's got the grandkids in it too. Chris Orr, driving a 1967 Pontiac Tempest Sprint. Third generation owner, his father and grandfather owned it before him. It's got an original inline 6 230Ci engine with 215 horsepower.
And we've got 138, the Shifters Car Club, in this green 37 Chevy Coupe, driven by Jim Montalvo.
They won first place in the 1945 to 1949 modified and antique cars. The red and white 57 Ford is driven by Jess Combs. The green 57 Ford, Karen Chapman. The 57 blue Chevy, where is that? Oh, I see it coming down there. The yellow 40 Ford is driven by Bob and Carly Borba. The burgundy Chevy Corvette, John Whitey.
The Shifters Car Club, here comes the Eads family. Eric is driving a 1966 Chevy Malibu. Eric's first car purchased in 2001 when he was in high school.
Up next is Gail Whitey. Gail is Eric's mother. She is driving her 1957 Chevy, and boy, what a beauty. Oh, and the car too. This is Gail's first car that she purchased from the original owner in 1969. John is one lucky man to have such a wonderful family. Coincidentally, John is one of the founding members of the Shifters Car Club and former president. John is driving a 1962 Corvette that he purchased in 1966 after returning from Okinawa. There are 376,000 original miles on that car, and with John's expert knowledge of all things Corvette, he keeps it in top shape.
Next up, we've got Jordan Eads Photography coming up. Jordan Eads Photography is up next with a Jeep pulling a 20-foot trailer. Call Jordan Eads for photography needs, for all your family photography. Thank you, Eads.
Jordan Eads Photography won first place in the non-float novelty category. Congratulations! And here we have the Willits Wild Bus. Our local thunder makers. Give us some noise, Wild Bus. These local bikers cover a non-profit organization in 2017 to help carry out a number of fundraisers, including the toy run. supports the Willits Children's Christmas Program. They also support local businesses in the Willits community because they know there is no place like home. Let's give it up for the Willits Wild Bunch. Jayden Southwick coming up next, second place in the novelty float competition. Jayden Southwick is 9 years old and riding a three-wheel recumbent bike. This is his first time participating in the Willits Frontier Days Parade. Jayden is super excited to represent Willits and the USA and to see all your smiling faces.
146, we got Mendocino County Library Bookmobile. The Mendocino County Library Bookmobile joins us for the first time ever. Thank you. Bookmobile dudes, Dave and Hunter are driving the vehicle today and invite you to sign up for the summer reading program at your local branch. Join in for the fun for all ages.
Up next is the Mendocino Sheriff's Activity League, also known as SAL. SAL began in the early 90s by Kathy and Mike Tobin to provide activities to keep kids off the streets. Sponsored by the Body Works Gym here in Willits. There are various locations throughout the county with activities for your youth. Support your local SAL program and contact Keith at Body Works for more information.
On the float we have a boxing ring with the theme red, white, and blue, which is a reminder for all of us that there is no place like home, especially for those who are overseas serving our country and our community.
Yes, folks, there is a Republican Party alive and well in Mendocino County. The party of Abraham Lincoln, who freed the slaves. The party of Ronald Reagan, who ended the 40-year Cold War with Russia. Up next is Matthew Maciel. He got third float novelty. Matthew is driving a 2012 Club Cadet lawn tractor. He's 31 years old and this is his 7th time in the parade. He's lived in Willits his whole life. Matthew would like everyone to have a happy 4th of July.
And we've got 148 Casey's Classics. Brian Casey Sr. is driving the 1970 Torino today, and his entry is dedicated to all the vets that made this day possible. God bless all of them.
A quick thank you to Willits High School football for this year's contribution to the parade for road closures, the Willits Police Department, City of Willits Public Works for the help with traffic control. And up next we have Ojeda Transport. They're locally owned and operated and cover the greater Northern California area. Right behind them, they're loaded up with a new Caterpillar machine from Jack Drew at Peterson Cat. Whatever you need, give them a call and let them help. Just a quick thank you to our parade committee who only had 1 month to put this parade together. Thank you Leslie Cook, Katie Cooley, and Kelly K. Sprackett. You ladies did an amazing job.
Next up we have Cody Peltz with his Project Pete and the Crawler Hauler. It's a 1961 Peterbilt 281 with a Cat mini excavator.
Following Ojeda, we have Coast Hardware. They've been part of the community since 1969, ever expanding and growing with the community, now including Radio Shack, Bitcoin, and giftware alongside the usual sporting goods, paint, hardware, and plumbing. Have a safe and happy 4th, folks. Today's float includes the Emerald City, followed by the Yellow Brick Road, and assorted characters from the movie Oz. Owner Wendy Morgan, the great and powerful Oz, is driving today's wonderful float. Thank you, Coast Hardware. Happy 4th of July. Coming up next.
Next we have entry 154, the Willits Otters swim team.
Third place and best imagination float.
The Willits Otters swim team, founded in 1975, is known throughout Mendocino County and Northern California for a first-class year-round swim program. The Willits Otters offer a guided age group youth program for children up to 18. From the beginning swimmer to the most competitive and skilled swimmer, go Otters. Today's float From the Otters, the Patriotic with the kids dressed in their red, white, and blue and holding patriotic flags to celebrate this Independence Day with you all. Gary Silva is driving today's float, and some of the kids are Mia Chavez, Sophia Chavez, Gracie, and Claire MacGyver, Chelsea Jade, Amelia, Oceani, Nikolai, Richley, Fisher Kuhn, and Mikey Gillespie.
And coming up next, we have the Little Lake Grange. If you love this community as much as we do, help support us through KLLG 979 Hometown Radio and our famous monthly breakfast starting again on Sunday, July 25th, specializing in dietary needs. Happy 4th of July from Little Lake Grange. Oh. Entry 156, Calvary Chapel.
Yeah, I was getting here earlier.
Give it up for Calvary Chapel. The driver of the Calvary Chapel float is near and dear. We've got the Moynihan family driving the float.
God bless you, people of Willits. It's awesome to see your smiling faces. Jesus loves you.
Hi, Michael. Happy 4th of July. Let's hear some music, folks.
Strike up the band. Here we go.
When the sun is over, I'm away to on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away, your glory. Fly away. When I die, hallelujah, fly away.
Following behind Calvary Chapel, we have Freedom Farms, Horse Blanket Cleaning and Repair. Family owned and operated, serving Mendocino and Sonoma counties, offering free pickup and delivery. Freedom Farms Professional Horse Blanket Cleaning, we've got your horse covered.
Yeah.
Mendocino County Soccer Academy winning second place in the Imagination Float category. Mendocino County Soccer Academy is a nonprofit 501c3 dedicated to promoting and enhancing the culture and level of play of soccer in our community. NCSA provides a total program for kids of all ages and abilities. Registration for our fall program is now open at MendocinoSoccer.com.
Let's make some noise for these little soccer players.
And our first place winner in the Imagination Float category, Willits Community Theater, is excited to share their float. There's no place like the Willits Community Theater. These young people you see and others will be starring in Oz, a musical fantasy based on the wonderful Wizard of Oz, performed at the Willits High School Auditorium July 30th through August the 8th. Come and see the magic. We have a happy 4th of July from Garton Tractor, following behind the Willits Community Theater. Garton Tractor is your local New Holland Kubota dealership, located in Ukiah since 1954. and where Family Tree goes for all of their excavator needs. Willits Harrah Senior Center, transportation for seniors and adults with disabilities. They provide home-delivered meals for individuals with physical limitations and serve the community since 1974. Thank you, Willits Harrah Center.
Next up, we have 162, Full Spectrum Painting. For all of your painting needs, give them a call.
They provide residential, commercial painting, interior, exterior, decks, and always a free estimate.
We've got more Full Spectrum family members running down the road. Give it up for Full Spectrum Painting.
Your face.
You're like, from where?
Oh, look at this fancy ride. Good Guys Gym, a newly opened gym and fitness center here in Willits. Owners Jesse Carter and Clay King are happy to bring a new state-of-art fitness center finally open. Thank you guys. Come on down and join the good guys at Good Guys Gym. Windsor Mill, our next entry, Windsor Mill 1, Protected Trim Boards is now hiring. Windsor Willits Mill is located right here in Willits, actually near Safeway, right behind Safeway. And behind Windsor Willits Mill, we have 101 Trailer and RV Supply.
101 Trailer and RV Supply is the same great local owned and run business, but with new owners.
Jack and Jen Drew. Hi Jack, hi Jen.
And the boys are keeping the longtime business alive. They sell the parts and accessories you need for the trailer or RV. Out Service Department now has 2 guys to help serve and repair your trailers. They have gotten all new products like B and W Weather Guard, Protect and WeatherTech for all your truck needs also. Stop in Tuesday through Saturday 8 to 5 and say hi and see what's new. Happy 4th of July from 101 Trailer and RV Supply.
And with fire season upon us, that water tank right there would be great for fire suppression in your property. Follow them to the hometown rodeo. Just a few blocks away, rodeo grounds. Up next we have McFarland Trucking, entry 167. McFarland Trucking's been part of our community for many, many years. They still support the logging industry as represented by the second truck in this parade entry. Thank you, McFarland Trucking, for joining us today. And happy birthday, Danielle, 21 years old.
Danielle, your papa loves you. Happy birthday.
Is the Mendocino County of Vaqueros representing traditions of Mexico. Los Vaqueros Mexicanos. The vaquero is a horse-mounted livestock herder, and the term vaqueros is synonymous with the word cowboy. It's used interchangeably in today's modern world of ranching. The origins of the vaquero tradition come from Spain, beginning with the hacienda system of medieval Spain. The style of cattle ranching spread throughout the Iberian Peninsula and was later imported to the Americas. The Spanish tradition evolved further in what today is Mexico and southwestern United States. Most vaqueros were men of mestizo origin, while most of the ranch owners were ethnically Spanish. Both Mexican and New Mexican traditions spread both south and north, influencing equestrian traditions from Argentina all the way to Canada. The Mexican or Spanish vaquero who worked with young untrained horses arrived in the 18th century and flourished in California and bordering territories during the Spanish colonial period. The earliest forms of the Western lifestyle, Western wear, Western music, and Mexican and Southwestern cuisines spread throughout the Americas along with these traditions thereafter. Thank you, Los Vaqueros Mexicanos. Branson Pony. Well, folks, that's it. Thank you for joining us today for the 95th annual Willits 2 Days Parade.
We would like to thank again to all of our sponsors, Howard Hospital, Adventist Health, Caldwell Banker, and Sparetime Supply, and especially our employer, Family Tree, for helping make this day possible.
Thank you again for joining us today. We're excited to see you. We're excited to be back. Have a happy 4th of July and a safe Independence Day holiday. Thank you, everyone.